Hey everybody, this is Ori from OneScales, and in today's video, I'm here to make you guys feel a little bit more comfortable using Google Analytics 4. I'm going to provide to you 8 points that help me understand Google Analytics 4 a little bit better, and give you some tips. And of course, if you have any questions in the comments, please ask, say hello, etc. This video is for two different types of people. Number one are people that have never used Google Analytics 4 and kind of not sure what to do, so I can guide you through a few points. The second one is just like me, users that have used Google Universal Analytics UA are familiar, and then in Google Analytics 4 have no idea what's going on, just like I had, and it took me a while to kind of catch up. So this video is going to have 8 points. So let's jump into it. Number one, a little bit about basic comments or basic concepts. So first thing you need to do is when you need to install your website code on all your pages or on your app or whatever it might be. So the first thing you need to know is when you actually set up, you need to actually set up a data stream. A data stream, very simply, is just an entry point of data you want to send from one of your websites or apps to Google Analytics. In general, most websites will just have one data stream, but if you have a very complicated business, like you have mobile apps and you have a website and you have other things, you might have more than one. But really simply, all you need to do is create a data stream, and then you get your measurement ID, which is basically the Google Analytics ID. You put in the code and then you send it. Okay, so that's really simple. So number one term is data streams, not too complicated. The second thing that is very different on Google Analytics 4 from UA is the concept of events and conversions. So everything in Google Analytics is an event. A page view is an event, e-commerce transaction is an event, a form filled out is an event. When you send custom coding to Google Analytics, right, you have your developer send some kind of data. You need to make sure that you understand the events, and then you send an event. Really simply put, if you just install Google Analytics 4 on your website, you'll have some basic events like page view, for example, which basically sends the visitor data of your website, of your page. So the other thing about events is if you have a very, very important event, for example, you're a lead company or your service company, and your important conversion is someone filled out a form, I got a lead, and now I can get some business from them. You're going to go to the actual conversion, for example, forms filled out or a purchase or something like that. And you're going to make sure that you actually checkbox it right here under mark as conversion. And you'll see a little bit later where you can see that in the reports. Okay, so events are kind of a new concept. Everything is an event. Everything, a video view, a page view, a form filled out, an e-commerce transaction, and anything you want. Maybe clicking on a certain banner or signing up for a newsletter could be an event, things like that. Okay, the most important events you want to mark as conversions. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, right now in the reports, a lot of you, including myself, and a lot of you guys have commented that sometimes you add some code to the website and you don't see the data in the website. So for example, I'm on this demo account right here and I have some data. Maybe on March 16th, I've actually, I have some kind of conversion and I don't see it. So this is, for now, for time being, this is normal. It seems that Google Analytics 4 takes a lot of time to add some data inside your reports. And for me, it's up to about 2 days. So if you have data, you think you implement it correctly, the first thing you want to do is use the real-time reports to make sure it's actually correct. And then if it takes about 2 days or so, don't worry, because that's currently the kind of average on some of the events, some of the data. So if that happens, you should be fine, at least now. Google Analytics 4 is a work in progress, and they seem to be updating a lot of things regularly, so don't worry about it. So that's number two. Okay, number three, it seems that because this is a new report, this is Google Analytics 4, they're working on a lot of things. So they seem to be adding more and more things all the time. For example, they seem to have been changing the sections here on the left. They seem to be kind of changing a little bit, removing it. They used to have admin configuration here. Then they threw some of them back into the admin. And recently, they've actually added the landing page report on the left, which they didn't have. So seems to be a work in progress, seems to be getting better, and hopefully they'll have more and more features over time with feedback. Okay. So number four, one thing that I like to use a lot is segments. When you view any of the reports on the left-hand side, you can actually go and click on a comparison, or a filter here, but you can look at a comparison and you can say, okay, you know what? I only want to see, for example, page title, and I can actually go ahead, select some, and then I can actually filter these things. All the reports on the page, depending on which page you are, all these things will be filtered just by the things you want. This is super, super helpful for your reports. Okay, you can add multiple and you can see the data here, just like Universal Analytics, but it's very, very useful. Okay, number 5. Some of the settings. So some of the things you need to do right here. So when you have a new account after you've added your code here, you want to actually look at some of the settings right here. So we talked about events and marking events as conversions. That's the first thing. The second thing is you want to actually go to data settings and you want to make sure that you actually add all of their information here to collect data longer. So you want to agree to all of these things here. Obviously read and make sure it fits your business. But if you agree to all the data collection here and you actually change the data retention to 14 months instead of 2 months, that is a really, really important thing because you can have more data in your reports. By default, the data retention is 2 months and you don't collect some information, which means you can't share your UA data, your Google Analytics 4 data with other things like Google Ads and Search Console, things like that. So you want to actually go ahead and set these up, okay? The next thing, number 6. Okay, let's go right here. So these are in reports here, these are all the built-in reports. You have reports like traffic sources, people came from Google, Facebook, Yahoo, etc. You have your events and conversions and your pages, your landing pages, reports, just like Google UA Analytics. You have your monetization, for example, your e-commerce data reports right here, and then you have your user data, for example, your demographics, male, female, and tech things like mobile, desktop, things like that. Okay, screen size, etc. What else do you have here? You have the explore section right here, which you can build your own reports. This is super helpful if you want to have your own reports. So this is a really major plus, so you can very easily build your reports, and you have templates here. So typically, if you like this kind of structure or this, you can start here and then you can change it. Let's look at an example right here. So I'm going to click on freeform, and you have some concepts here about segments. You add your segments, you add your dimensions, and then you drag them into the rows and the columns, and of course the values and the filters, right? So you can make simple reports, you can save them. This is a really, really good thing. The second thing about building your own reports, and I think this is even more valuable for you guys, is I'm going to jump to another, one second, let's go back to reports. So in Universal Analytics, you have actually a lot more reports. You have many, many more reports. The good thing is in GA4, you can actually build your own reports and you can add them to the menu on the left. You don't have to go to the Explore. You can actually add them on the menu. So for example, one of the reports that's really missing is Google Ads reports. They actually have a very, very basic report right here called advertising. It doesn't have that much, just like UA does. So you can actually make your own. So I'm going to jump here and I'm going to go to reports right here and I'm going to go to library. So what I can do, I can actually create a new section. Either I can put it under lifecycle or user, or I can make my own. So let me go here and make one right here. For example, I'm going to go and create a new collection. And I'm going to create something called ads, for example. Maybe I want to have multiple reports under ads. So I'm going to type here ads. Okay. Right here, I'm going to save it. And I can drag in reports that already exist, for example. So let's go here. Let's go back for a second. Let's actually make a very quick report. One second. So I'm going to click on create a report. Again, I'm in library right now. You see my ad section is right here, but it's unpublished. It's not here yet. So I'm going to click on new report and I can create, excuse me, an overview or a detailed report. Those are just different views of data. So let's go here, traffic acquisition. Okay, and this is a little browser heavy. So if the page loads a little slowly, it's because Google and Google Analytics 4 is actually very browser code heavy. Okay, so what I would do here is actually I would go, for example, and I can create a filter and I can say, hey, you know what? I want the traffic to be traffic, okay, session source. I want it to be, for example, and I could click on Google Ads, for example. Okay, I don't have this in my test account, but I would click on that and I would select, etc. So now that I saved it, let's call it Google Ads just for example. I'm going to save this. Okay, now I'm going to go back right here. And I'm going to go to my sections right here. I'll show you in a second. It'll take a second to load. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit the collection. I'm going to throw in my ad right here. I'm going to throw in my report. I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to drag this. Oh, new topic. Let's say ads, data. Okay, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put in my reports. I can have more than one, of course, and I'm going to save it. Okay, great. Now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to publish this. Okay, let's wait for it to load. And I'm going to click here on publish. Okay, now it's loading. Okay, great. Now I have an ad here. So I have a new section right here. I have multiple. I have one ad, but I can one report. I can have multiple, etc. One other thing to note, that when you actually create your own collections, your own reports, it's always going to be alphabetical order. So if you want to actually place them a little bit higher, you can do this. So I call this ads. And obviously A is before L and before U, and even here inside it's alphabetical. You see A, E, M, R. So this is also, so inside each collection you also have alphabetical order. That's just for you as a tip. Okay, great. What else is very important that we want to know? So some of you are familiar with UA analytics, universal analytics, and you know that there's a lot more reports there. So what you need to do actually is either add your own reports right here, or actually look ahead and then use the reports just like you use the old analytics, right? So you can go here and you can actually switch the main column to whatever you want. For example, there's no mobile report like you had in UA Universal Analytics, but what you can do is you can actually go to tech details right here and just switch to device category, and you can see it right here. So this is really simple. If you really want, you can make another report just like we showed in the step before. You can make one called mobile here, and then you should be fine. So that's kind of the important thing. Google Ads is very important I strongly recommend for you guys, if you have ads, to actually make your own report. That's also missing. And the landing page, for example, is also something that was just added recently, which is very useful. Okay, so last thing I want to give you guys a kind of a quick tip is, if you guys have used UA Analytics, Universal Analytics, and then you look at Google Analytics 4, you have no idea what's going on. I just want to give you kind of a quick idea. Basically, the more you use it, the more you'll feel familiar. So if you use this for actually like 1 month, you spend 5, 10, 15 hours, you'll actually be familiar with it. So changing, it's not that much different from kind of main concepts. So if you know UA, should be easy. GA4, it's really just about using and get familiar with your brain, right? So that's kind of the biggest concept. Okay, so other than that, just want to kind of quick outro for this video, and of course if you have any questions, let me know. Universal Analytics and GA4 is really not that different. GA4 is what you see right here. There's less ads in UA. But you can make your own ads. You can also do things like just change the columns, or you can add a second column right here. Things are a little bit slow. They take a little time. So this is kind of speed. I think they'll be improving over time. You can make your own ads. Make sure to use real time. And that's basically it. So if you have any questions, let me know about GA4. You have any technical questions, we can do. I try not to get too technical in this video. If you have anything about implementation, about any question, just let me know. We're here. If you like this video, please subscribe. Please share. Please just say hello. Tell me if you liked it, you didn't like it, if there's anything missing, if you want us to make more videos. We're here to make a community, to share more information for a lot of things, web related, non-web related. So let us know what you think. Really, really appreciate it. And let me know how you use Google Analytics 4, if there's anything I missed or anything you can teach us. Okay? Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.